chase W's.
What I do?
Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Now what I do?
Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Yeah.
The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read. 59, right to 59. Hey, Quickstone, travel. Check.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Following the fumble recovery, Perkins. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
55 to Mike. Now watch one. Check 3. Hey, switch gears. Zoom.
Operating from the gun, Perkins. He almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 29-yard line. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Perkins. That'll be complete to Cook. It'll be a gain of 6. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
What we got? Check 4.
From the gun, Perkins. Going deep for Diggs. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
30 base.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Steelers.
On first down, it's Samuels. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Mark 55! Mark 55! Hey, exit!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. Got an open man. It's Washington. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Watch the whip.
They run, Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on third down, Perkins. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, Samuels. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, Lawrence. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Off the play fake, Lawrence. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
We go! 70, Indy. 54. You get blocked me. You get blocked me.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Going top shelf for Smith, and that's caught inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Wall, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Perkins. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Perkins. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Perkins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 13. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Pull together.
Man. Hey,
On 3rd and 2, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Now Martinez, a final shot before break. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Check the backer, check the backer. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Lucky. Slam.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, man, watch the boot.
49.
From the gun, Perkins. Going right side here, and that's complete. 23 yards, the final tally. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On second down, this is Madison. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Man, I got you.
Operating from the gun, Perkins. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Samuels again. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Over the middle, it's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
You must be dreaming. Hey, Charlie.
55, Mike, 55.
From the gun on third down. Lawrence. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Perkins. And this is Cook with a grab. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth.
50, Mike, 50.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
On fourth down, Perkins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Wild Bill.
Let go.
On first down, Lawrence. He finds his target, Beckham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football.
Ready, break.
Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Lawrence's pass complete.
Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go
To throw again, Perkins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw. Martinez. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Watch the screen. Pass. Switch.
Snap.
Off play action. Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Let's go. 30 base.
54 Mike. Okay, double it.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Boswell for the extra point.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw on second down, Perkins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Perkins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Perkins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Come. Go. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Looking to throw on second down. Perkins. And Diggs has it. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Perkins. And it's caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And this one is right through. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch that.
Ready.
Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go, defense. Out of time. It's out of time. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Steelers, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.